information, product subcategory information, product category information. All the three information I can bring it to the product detail tables. Column, product subcategory column, and product name column. Every columns from these three tables I'll bring into this table. So I will link this table to this. Then it is a star schema. So whenever we need to create a visual on star schema, so client is asking to create one visual here, and in that visual client is asking to show product category, product subcategory, product name, product name in one table, and along with this they are asking to show sales also. So when it is a star schema, I can drag these three columns from one table, I can drag sales column from this table. So in star schema, you can create the visuals with two tables. When it is a star schema, I can create the visual with just two tables. But if you want to create the same visual with Snowflake schema, if you want to create the same visual with Snowflake schema like this, you will drag product category from this table, product subcategory from this table, product details from this table, sales from this table. In Snowflake schema, we need to create the visual on 4 tables. In star schema, we can create the visual on 2 tables. So which visual will load the data quickly? So this visual will load the data quickly. So if this visual is taking 5 seconds of time to show the data, this visual will take 20 seconds of time to show the data. Why it will take 20 seconds of time? Every time when my client open this visual, it need to join the 4 tables and it need to show the data in the Snowflake schema. But when it is star schema, every time when my client open the visual, it will join only 2 tables, it will show the data. Joining the 2 tables, showing the data will take less time. Joining the 4 tables, showing the data will take more time. That is the reason star schema will always give the better performance. When we create the visuals on star schema, we will create them on less number of tables. In star schema, we can create the visuals in less number of tables. Less number of tables. But in Snowflake schema, we will create the visuals on more number of tables. When you go with Snowflake schema, we will create the number of tables. When you create the visuals on more number of tables, obviously it will take time guess. When you create the visuals on less number of tables, it will show the data in less time. When you create the visuals on more number of tables, it will take more time guess. So see, every time, so one way, so what about the details? Client is asking to show product category, product subcategory, product name, and sales. When you create one visual, when you share this visual with your client, every time when client open this visual, it will join these 4 tables, it will give the data. So joining the 4 tables and showing the data will take 20 seconds of time. Take an example. This is Snowflake schema story. So how can you convert this Snowflake schema into star schema? I can combine these 3 tables into one table, and I will establish the link between these 2 tables. Whenever my client is asking to show product category, you will drag it from this. Whenever my client is asking to show product subcategory, you will drag it from this. Whenever my client is asking to show product name, I can drag it from this. Whenever my client is asking to show sales data, I can drag it from this. This time I'm creating the visuals on only 2 tables. So when you share this visual with your client, when they open it, it will join just 2 tables, it will give the data. Joining the 2 tables will take just 5 seconds of time. So when you join the 4 tables, it takes 20 seconds of time. So that is the reason always star schema will give better performance. When you create the visual, when you create the visuals on star schema, it can show the data quickly. So they might ask you in the interview which schema will give better performance. Means you will tell star schema, and they will ask you, so which schema in your project, which schema, sorry guys, what is the schema in your project? They'll ask you. So just if you tell star schema or Snowflake schema, any answer is correct guys, but tell star schema only. So any answer is correct. Instead of telling Snowflake schema, tell them your schema is star schema. when they ask you, and they'll ask you in your project how many dimension tables and fact tables are there. In your project, how many dimension tables and fact tables are there? Any answer is correct. Give the answer confidently. Let them tell some 12 dimension tables and one fact table, or 10 dimension tables and one fact table, or one fact table. So basically you'll have many dimension tables and one fact table like this. Any number is correct. So they will ask these questions, simple questions. What is schema? Just tell them star schema. How many dimension tables and fact tables are there? Just tell them 12 dimension tables and one fact table are there. Right. So what is Galaxy schema? Sometimes when you load the tables, when you create the model, you will even get output as Galaxy schema. What is Galaxy schema? Galaxy is nothing but multiple stars. Galaxy, multiple stars. In Galaxy, what you will have? Stars. So sometimes when you build the schema, you will see multiple stars. It looks like multiple stars. So let me show you here practically.
Two fact columns and multiple dimension tables. Galaxy.
Let me show you. So this is star schema, guys. In star schema, so this is fact table. Remaining all are dimension tables. Time table is a dimension table. Customers table is a dimension table. Products table is a dimension table. Store table is a dimension table. And sales is a fact table. Every dimension table is directly linking with the fact table. That is the reason we call it a star schema. And this is Snowflake schema. In Snowflake schema, few dimension tables, minimum one dimension. If you see brand dimension table, it is not directly linking with the sales table. It is linking through another dimension table. So then it is a Snowflake schema. In minimum one dimension table, if it is not directly linking with the fact table, it is Snowflake schema. And the next one is fact constellation schema or Galaxy schema. Galaxy schema, another name is fact constellation schema. So look at this. This is one star. This is another star. This is another star. So look at this. This is one star, and this is another star. This is another star. Collection of stars is nothing but Galaxy. It looks like that. In Galaxy schema, you'll have multiple fact tables. Take an example. I have a manufacturing unit. I have a car company. I'll manufacture the cars. I'll sell the cars. I'll manufacture the cars. I'll sell the cars. All the manufacturing related data will be there in this table. All the sales data will be there in this table. For manufacturing, how much amount we are spending will be there here. When you sell it, how much amount you got will be there here. And so you will have an employee table in the company. In your company, you will have an employee table. In that employee table or staff table, in that staff table, there will be employees who are working for manufacturing. There will be employees who are working for sales, right? So sales team will be there and manufacturing team will be there. There will be some product table. What are the products you are manufacturing? Only that products you will sell. There will be one time table for what time period, what products you are manufacturing. For the time period, what products you are selling. You will see a schema with multiple fact tables and some common dimensions tables that are shared with these fact tables. So product table, staff table, and time table are dimension tables which are sharing across these two fact tables. The schema is viewed as collection of stars, hence we call it as Galaxy schema. So in Galaxy schema, a single dimension table is shared with multiple fact tables. If you see here, this dimension table is shared with multiple fact tables. This dimension table is shared with multiple fact tables. This dimension table is shared with multiple. If you see a schema like this, there is a fact table. There are some dimension tables which are shared with both the fact tables. There are some dimension tables which are specific to this fact table. There are some dimension tables which are specific to sales. These three dimension tables are which are specific to sales. These two dimension tables are which are specific to inventory. These are some common dimension tables. When you see a schema like this, we call it as Galaxy schema. So basically, it will become complex, guys. When you build the Galaxy schema, the schema will look complex. So instead of building the schema like this, these days we'll go and build two star schemas separately. You can split it into two stars. This schema into one star and this schema into another star. I can split it. So there are some people who can combine both of them and build a galaxy schema also. It is not that they want to go and build two star schema separately. They can even build galaxy schema, right? When you see a schema like this, we call it as galaxy schema. Galaxy schema. Any questions about this three schemas, star schema, snowflake schema, and galaxy schema?
In Galaxy schema, if you want to star schema, means we need to prepare two data sets, right?
You need to prepare two separate data sets, correct?
Yeah.
And each and every time when we prepare a data set, we have to combine those three tables, right? If we want to create a star schema from a snowflake schema.
No need. See here, when in this image, when you split into two, it will be a star schema only. So when you take this tables, this is fact table, the 6 dimension tables are linking directly. When you consider the 6 tables, it is a star schema only. It is not a snowflake schema. When you even consider this 5 tables, in this example you are telling, in this, yes.
Yeah.
If you want to convert this into the star schema, you need to combine these 3 tables into one table. And you need to directly link the table to sales table.
So each and every time when we create visuals, we have to combine those three tables.
Why you need to combine it? See, if you load snowflake schema, if you load as it is, when you create the visuals, obviously it will take the data from all the 4 tables. It will combine and it will take.
Okay.
So if you take these 3 tables to Power Query, if you join the 3 tables and if you load it to Power Pivot, every time you no need to join. One time Power Query we joined 3 tables and we loaded 1 table into the Power Pivot. Then one time activity. So visuals, they don't join the tables again and again. If you load the 3 tables independently, when you create the visuals on them, every time when they open, they'll join all the tables and it will try to show the data from all the tables.
So we can also show visuals, not even converting to star schema.
Yeah,
right?
you can see, it is not that you want to convert it to star schema, then only you need to create the visuals.
Okay,
you can load as it is, establish the relationship, go and create the visuals. No problem. Only change what you will find is, you will find performance issues. More time.
It will create. Yeah, it will take late. Right.
Yeah, visuals will take some time to load the data.
Yeah.
Fine, guys. What we will do is, we're done with all the data warehousing concepts, whatever I listed here. So I'll share 2 videos with you. The 2 videos will explain the remaining pending topics. So the remaining pending topics are a bit complex. Even when I explain in the class, so there is a lot of navigation involved here. So you can even, remembering the navigation is a bit difficult. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we don't have class, Saturday and Sunday. Next class is on Monday. Right now, I'll share 2 videos with you. The 2 videos will explain about every topic what I listed here. Many-to-many cardinality, cross-filter direction, single and both, apply security filter in both directions, assume referential integrity. These 4 options, just try to understand from these 2 videos. So you want to listen to that videos multiple times, guys. There is no doubt. In one time we cannot understand the things. Go and listen to the videos multiple times and try to understand about this 4 concepts. If you have any questions about that concepts, I'll discuss in the next class. If you have any questions, we can discuss and we'll start. We are done with data modeling, guys. With these 2 videos, you are done with data modeling. And in the next class, we'll start with enhancing the data model. In the Monday's class, we'll start DAX. Enhancing the data model is the place where DAX will come into the picture, right? So before we stop for today, anybody have any questions? Let me publish these notes.
Many-to-many relationship we will do rarely, huh?
Very rarely you can find the tables, many-to-many relationship tables.
Majority of the 90% we will use only one-to-many or many-to-one.
One-to-many, both are same, right? One-to-many or many-to-one is same. So that is the case. More than 90 or 95%, the tables will be one-to-many only.
One-to-many. In schemas also more than star schema and Snowflake schema only we will use.
You will get star schema and Snowflake schema only.
Yeah.
Galaxy schema 0.01%, not even 1%, less than 1%.
Instead of creating means it is a big complex now, we will split into two data sets and we'll prepare it. Yeah.
Right. Data modeling. I'm writing this as data modeling and today's date. Today's date is 5th February. 5th February 2021. So I'm just giving today's date and I'm writing as data modeling. Click on save and I'll publish it. Let me go and click on publish. Let me publish it to 8 p.m. Jan 2021 Power BI files. See, I already explained which one is dimension table and which one is fact table. Basically, dimension table will contains dimension columns and primary key column. If a table contains primary key column and dimension column, then it is a dimension table. Someone is asking, what is dimension table? I said it. Dimension table will contains primary key columns and dimension columns. A table contains dimension columns and primary key columns are nothing but dimension table. A table contains foreign key columns and fact columns. Fact columns. It is a fact table. So if you know what is fact column, dimension column, just go and read this. You can understand which is dimension table and what is fact table. Fine. I published it. We'll stop here for today. We'll continue from here in Monday's class, guys. Please go through the videos which I'm going to share now. Please go through the videos which I'm going to share now. Fine. Thank you, guys. See you Monday.